Welcome back, everybody. So as you see by the title of the video, I screwed up. We'll get to that later. Right now, we're going to concentrate on getting the seat in the car. So I got the seat bracket right here. Finally, the new one showed up. It took way too long. And that's how the later part of the video where I screwed up will be. But this fits. It should all line up. I mean, this lines up. I've already tested it. Tested the seat to make sure that it does line up with everything. So, got that. It has stock seatbelt holes. Have the stock seatbelt off that seat for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this. Let's see here. Because basically I've got to get this slightly put in there, and then I got to get the seat in so I can adjust my seating position and how I want this thing to sit. Because, you know, you got to be slightly comfortable. So, like I said, I know that this thing fits. Let's get this camera up. So, because before man, dark garage, that's all I gotta say. Because before I, you know, made sure that the company sent me the right thing, all that kind of stuff, so. Like I said, we'll just basically put the front two in. Where's my wrench? Before I put everything in. Wrong way. This will hold it down and sturdy. Sturdy enough. Now we'll get the seat because they line up with these holes and all that stuff. And I've already, like I said, took the seat, set it. Well, I set this underneath the seat to make sure that it did line up. Now, not just getting it lined up with the holes front to back, because this thing does have a lot of holes underneath of it, so you can adjust it front to back. You also can adjust the angle of how the seat fits. So like right now, the front is all the way down and the back is all the way up. So basically the seat leans to the front. That's gonna have to get changed. We'll probably rock it to the back some. Don't know how much. Not easy doing this one-handed. Now, and it looks really good too. Let's get this light. So the color matches pretty well. I was going for the lighter gray, but they didn't have any, so instead I got the darker gray. But it looks good in there. Now, like I say, need to figure out the seating position. Oh, yeah, this thing definitely needs to get leaned the other way. Too high up too. But when I went to the one school, they said sit in the seat, have your hands extended out, and if it falls like on your wrist, you're at a good spot because your arms are bent and all that stuff. So It's like my arms are at a good spot. Kind of feel like, besides being a little too high, I actually feel like I'm in a good spot. So now I need to see if I can line any of these holes up underneath of this, and basically, because I mean, I reach the pedals fine. So now I got to get out of the seat without it moving. Try to mount it up as easy as possible. Yeah, let me get to that. Okay, so they're in for the most. It's in. Let me go ahead and get in here. I gotta tighten down these front bolts. This thing took a lot longer than what I was hoping for, but it's all good. Let's go ahead and set the camera back up here in front. So I got it all mounted down, all that kind of stuff. Just gotta tighten these front ones up. The back ones I just did, and I was like, well, I'm gonna turn the camera on while I'm doing this. And let's see, I got the stock seat belt back on the side right here, because this thing does have no mounts for the seat belt, all that kind of stuff, which I'll show you all that in a second. Okay, move that out of the way. I know, it's like not the brightest in my garage. Okay, so seat in, mounted, all that kind of stuff. Got the stock seat belt piece in right there, because it, you know, like basically it has a bar on the other side just like that right there, because basically this is set up. That's one thing I do like about this, is it is actually set up that where you can run this plate from the seat on either side of the car. The driver's side and the passenger side are the same exact thing. So you buy one seat bracket, it works on either side. All right, now and it's comfortable. I'm sitting in, you know, correct spot. Feels good. Right amount of extension with my arms. They're right at a good. I'm happy. The only thing that I really am like not liking is I feel like I sit up higher, which I mean, I know I do. I feel I am up a little bit higher. Right there. There's a problem. So, helmet. Like I said, that's the only problem, is my headroom, because I'm up a little farther. I don't know how much higher I am, because I don't really remember headroom with the stock seat. So now I'm literally hand away. That kind of sucks, but besides that, my driving is this, where I'm sitting is fine. The seat belt, it rides perfect, you know, and yes, I'm running the stock seat belt for now. I haven't got around to, like, you know, harness ball, all that kind of stuff, so I haven't got around to that. But so where it fits is fine, all that's good, like I said. And I mean, this is basically my driving view, so it's not bad. I'm not complaining. It's just I do wish I could go a little bit farther, but I know it can't. Now slam my seatbelt against the car. So the back, like the seat, the back of the seat is all the way down against the bracket, like right all the way down. There is one more hole to go down right there, but it can't go down into that next hole because it's slammed all the way against. Now the front up here, there's a little bit of room, but it's all the way in the bottom hole. Now I could drill and move a hole down, you know, we'll say I don't know, 3/4 of an inch, but all that's going to do is rock my seat down. That's not going to take it down. Now from the seat bracket to the frame right here, I have about a 1/2 inch, so I could take, really, if I needed, I could take the whole seat bracket down a 1/2 inch, but 1/2 inch isn't really going to give me that much room over my head, really. So I am just going to live with what's there. That's it. All right, let me turn this light off. So I'm happy with the outcome, and I mean, it looks good in there too. I mean, it matches. I mean, it is a little darker, but I mean, it matches good. It looks really good in there. So extremely happy with that. Okay, now on to the part where at the beginning of the video, I said, you know, I screwed up. Some of it wasn't my fault, but some of it was my own stupidity. So like I said, building the car for Grid Life, Hyperfest, all that kind of stuff. I mean, woo, it is freezing cold outside, and I'm outside, windy and all that. Well, like I said, I messed up. I guess I should have ordered my Grid Life tickets to race as soon as they came up. At the same time, I was waiting on parts to come. So I was waiting on the car parts, waiting on getting all my, you know, trailer, just waiting on getting everything to be able to get me down there. Yeah, trailer, love it. Haven't used it yet. So when I got all my stuff in, like the seat bracket, everything in, got hopped on, tickets were sold out. So I'm still going to Grid Life. I'm just not racing. That's okay. There's more Grid Life events coming this year, and so not all of them have their tickets up for sale yet. I'm not sleeping this time. As soon as they come up, I will be ordering them, because this is basically, we'll be getting this out of the garage real soonly, because this is basically done. I still got to get the bumper on it and mess with the body over there, but we're not worried about that. We'll get that, we can get that outside and touch all this stuff up. So this is basically done. Now the good thing is about me missing this first Grid Life event is, well, now I can work on the tow pig. So that's next. So this car is basically done. We're gonna go ahead and basically it's wrapped up for now. I'm not worried about like the brakes. I'm not worried about switching the brakes over to the racing brakes because we're not racing it yet. So we're gonna go ahead and get this out of the garage, and we're gonna go ahead and start working on the tow pig. So we're gonna slam out videos on this. I do have some stuff for that, for the Kona coming up also, but mostly we're gonna really be hardcore knocking on this. Oh yeah, got all my wheels. So we're gonna be like really hardcore knocking on this now, because I need to get this up and running. All the parts are here. So other exhaust manifolds up there, all the parts are there, carburetors in the back, distributor is in a box down there. So needless to say, all the parts are in, so we just have to really just get it together. that's what we're going to start in the next video or two. Knocking that thing out, because basically this is done. Just needs cleaned and basically put away for a little while, but the car's done. So stay tuned. Big Silverado Blazer thing. It is still a Silverado. It's got Silverado emblems on it. That's coming next because we need to get the tow pig up and running. So I guess we'll catch you next one.